Hi guys, welcome back to the couch. My name is Hans, and this is the couch. Boom, welcome back. So, today I wanted to speak about a couple of things. I want to speak about intimacy. I want to speak about my breakup. I want to speak about relationships, and I want to speak about journey, healing, and God. And all of that mixed up is going to come up, hopefully in different parts of this video. So, welcome back. Anyways, welcome back. So, I wanted to start off with being truthful and honest about where I am right now, especially like in this video, like talking. I don't know how to talk about this. I don't know how to communicate and articulate myself a lot of times because I know what I want this to be, but I'm so scared about what it could be. I don't want it to come off as victimizationing. It's not a word, but it's victimizing or too preachy or too like dismissive of like a serious situation. But yeah, so I think keep that all in mind as we go through this, but I hope that through most of it, it's going to be like a really cool story, and hopefully, like I'll be able to like articulate how God has shown up in like different spaces and stuff like that. Cause yeah. So, boom, that's the intro. Next, so as I said before, I would like to speak about intimacy in this video. Off the handcuffs, off the brake, off the heels. There we go. Off the heels of my breakup. So I think we start there actually. So, me and my ex-girlfriend broke up a month ago today, and I've had this idea of this video for maybe a week, because, and I particularly, not even about the breakup particularly, but I think one of the things that I've been drawn to was intimacy. That's the one thing that I've been struggling with the most, and how that has shown up in me dealing with the breakup has been very interesting for me. So what do I mean by intimacy? Not sex, not kissing, yes. I don't even lie. Kissing and hugging, yes. But it's just like intimacy emotionally, physically, and what other ways? Just intimacy, emotional, and like just someone being there, you know? So, when me and my ex-girlfriend broke up, right? She broke up with me. One of the scariest things that I think you kind of like see is one of the first things that goes away is the intimacy. That's one of like the first things that I saw, you know, before she broke up with me. That was the one thing that I noticed, you know. She didn't hug me as much. She even like the hugs were not as they were not as tight as they used to be. She wasn't as affectionate as she used to be. It felt very like there were things that you used to do as like a boyfriend, and you felt like a stranger doing them, like calling her like a pet name, calling her like my love, or like whatever you'd call your girlfriend. Those things like were some of like the first things that went away, and she stopped being as she was not happy, you know. And that was like some of like the first things that I noticed. And I think once you see the intimacy going, and you don't kiss as much. Damn, I don't know, I had to do that. You don't kiss as much, you know. And even kissing is weird. Like you don't know, like should I go? I don't know. Everything is weird, right? And those are like some of the first things that start to like go away, you know, when you see like when you see you're about to be broken up with. And I think for me, I don't say there was even an interesting case, but I knew that my girlfriend did tell me like, yo, she's going through something, and this relationship is something that she has to evaluate whether she would like to continue or not. So in the back of my mind, I did know that this could this could end, right? But I don't think anything prepares you for that for the loss of intimacy. And one thing that I one thing that I don't think anything can prepare you for that as well. And I think when it gets to that point, it does come to a point. It does come to a space where you are. I wouldn't even say waiting, but you are like cognizant of the fact that you are drifting away from each other. And another layer to this, I think that is not discussed enough is, or in my case was, how if this is like your first relationship and like your first serious relationship, your only relationship, but it was very serious, and the layers of like you're so tangled in each other where even though like the intimacy goes, that space of that space is still there. That space of intimacy is still there after the breakup. And that's one of the things which I've struggled with, which I've had to like contend with over the past month since we've broken up, is the fact that you long for something which is like not coming back, and you have to go back to God. And you have to go back to God. God has always been there, but like there was a person who was feeling those I don't want to say needs. Yes, those needs in a relationship. There was a person feeling those needs in a relationship. But now when you are detached from that, and especially when you're the side of you being broken up with, it requires you to go to God in a different way. In a way that is like you don't even know how to like talk to God. You don't know how to ask God about, in my experience, I didn't know how to ask God like, yo, I miss that intimacy, but I don't want to like do this like, what is it, transaction like type of situation. And I think that's something else, is like God being such a faithful God, and someone who's like, who he's our creator. He's like wants to fill our every needs. um mm, but us going back to him, there was a bit of like there was, for me, I think there was like a bit of, I struggled with that, going back to him. And if I'll be honest with you guys, I went I went off the rails. Mad. It was mad. I fully went off the rails. So there was like a point, like a couple of weeks within this month, where I think because I was struggling with that intimacy part and that like sense of not being able to, not knowing what to deal with it, because not knowing how to deal with like that part of the breakup where I fully went into like porn hard. Like I went into it like hard. And if I'll be honest with you, I've never gone into like porn like the way that I've done in this past few weeks. Bro, to the level, to extent where it was like almost like a daily thing. It was literally genuinely like such a daily thing where you'd go to it and like just there. And it was hard to deal with, because on the other hand, another thing was like the experiencing that sadness whenever you thought about the situation, and not knowing how to communicate this, not knowing who to communicate this to, and also not wanting to communicate it, because you'd kind of build this like, I'm okay. I thought I was okay, But now I feel sad when I think about her. I now feel sad when I think about this. I now feel sad when I think about the situation. And now I don't know how to like. So it's like I just feel lost in the feel lost in this, like the pieces are not piecing. It's like I'm missing pieces. I don't know how to communicate this. What do I do here? And I think that's comes from also a lack of community as well, where if you don't, and I think particularly not just lack of community, but lack of like you communicating with your community and opening yourself up. And I think that's where another part of that intimacy is where I failed, where after a breakup you do need to go back, you do need to start finding that intimacy within your friendships, within your family, within your community, within different things. Because to the that intensity of the intimacy in a relationship, you'll never be able to replicate it, but you do need to be able to communicate that and be able to like find a way to like get it in the aggregate, I guess. And so in the midst of me falling into porn and just like going to like just falling into that deep, there was this, I don't even know what to say. It was, do you know what's crazy? I don't know how to continue this, but I will continue. One of the weirdest things was how God approached it, and the way that he led me through it. Not led me through but like how he was so gentle. I think one of like the most beautiful things that I will say about God is that when he says there's no condemnation, this nigga means it. He means it. And I have never like experienced that to the extent when I was going through processing this breakup. And me, instead of going to God, and how I went into like porn and everything, how he was so gentle, and how even though how he said I love you every day without fail, in whatever way that looked like, there was always that thing that reminded me. There was always that push. There was always that urge to know, to like see that. And it was so gentle, but also so kind. And I think that that's one of the biggest lessons that I've gotten through this process, where I feel like, honestly, I've just gotten over that, like within the past week. And so that this month has been such a traumatic month, in terms of just like being able to process, being able to like understand what does it mean to heal, understand how do I communicate my desires, how do I communicate my needs with faith that God has me, that God has me in this space of hopelessness, in this space where, God, I don't think I can even ask you for what I want to ask for, but I will try. And it was such a beautiful moment. It was such a beautiful time. Such a beautiful time not time. Oh my God, did I say time? Nope, that was terrible. It was a terrible time, but it was a time that I don't think I'll ever like forget, just in terms of how faithful God was in that moment. So that's literally like intimacy. And to add on to that, another thing that like I will say is for a specific group of people, but I would say it's like for people who is their first relationship, but also for people who were not used to being in a relationship. When I say used to, I mean people who learned how to feel safe in a relationship. For me, when I was in a relationship with my girlfriend, that was the first time where I felt safe, where something as simple as a hug with her was like, it was a journey. I think that it was such a journey where I learned to feel safe in the arms of this girl. And I point that out because I've never been a guy to hug girls. I've never been a guy to I feel so unafraid when I hug people. when I do, especially like women, and I feel so afraid when I hug people. And she even told me like for the first hug that we had, I felt so robotic and like terrible. But it was like a process of feeling safe with this person, of feeling safe with this individual, and that for that to be ended, that was another layer where I had to. There was a lot of questioning, I would say. There was a lot of questioning where I genuinely had to be like, there was parts of me which is like embarrassed for feeling safe or falling, for falling into the trap of trusting her, right? That is so strong, and that is like such a lie from the devil. But like, that's how I truly felt. Like I felt that I was a fool for trusting her, and for saying and for being so honest, and like for learning to enjoy hugging someone and feeling safe, and being like, as a man, feeling like, oh my days, there's this lady in my arms. It's like, and you enjoy that. And it's like there's like all of these moments where it feels like, wow, this is like such a beautiful thing. And so in a hug, there was like so much attached to that for me. And especially coming from someone like low self-esteem, low self-worth, low everything. Let's just say low everything. All of those lows, all of those lows, all of them. And then learning to finally get to a point, it's like, oh my days, when I hug this person, I'm like hugging them, and I'm genuinely like there and present, and wanting to communicate that intimacy and affection for this amazing person. So why did I get lost in the hug? Because I've totally lost my train of thought now. But I got lost in the hug. Anyway, the hugs were amazing. That's I think the point is the hugs were amazing. Oh, and for anyone who is like that's their first, who's going to go through that and they experience a breakup where, they question that, if they should have done that, if they should have like let their guard down like that. I will like encourage you that you shouldn't look back on that with regret. I think that those intimate moments where you shared, that intimate journey which you shared, the intimate journey with you which you shared with them, where you learn to feel safe with this person, where you learn to feel comfortable bearing your soul to them in different ways, hugs, kisses, emotionally, verbally, and all of these different ways. Those those were those are a sign of you, that you gave everything. That's a sign that you gave everything. And I think that when you do look back in whatever happens in the future, you should be like, you did that shit. You did that. And you should be like so proud of yourself for doing that. Because the work that you took to get to that point was amazing. And yeah, man, and you should just be you should be proud of yourself for those the battle that you won in that. Yeah. So I want to speak about I forgot, what did I want to say? I want to say something. But yeah, just about like intimacy. First. Yes, first. The other thing that I want to discuss was like first. Again, for a specific group of people. That has been another thing that like you find that I've been like reminiscing, but also reflecting upon a lot, because as I said, that was the first relations that I've been a part of, and the fact that a lot of her was my first. It was first of everything. First relationship, first kiss, first date, first all of these different things. First what? Didn't have sex, thank God. First first hug, like first deep conversation with like a girl, first like everything, like a lot of what she presents is first. And when you look back, a lot of that is like, you do start to be like, damn, you know And you do start to like question, it's like, is that real? Was that real? Or was that like, how could I get this wrong? That's the other thing I figured out. Like, how could I get this wrong? And especially when you're the one who's broken up with, yeah, I think that's the matter. When you are the one who has been like dumped, we're not using that word. Nope, nope, I'm sorry, why did I get so triggered by that word? No, 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 no. No, when you've been broken up with, that's so much better. Anyways, when you've been broken up with, something else that like I found is like questioning those moments and looking back at that with like this sense of like, it must have meant something. It did mean something. It meant a lot for that time, you know. It meant a lot for that time, and I don't think that that is something which should be looked on for its time. I'm not saying it's gonna be easy. I think I've struggled the most with like, she's gonna knock at the door. I'm in a whole different country, but she's gonna call. She's gonna do this. She's gonna do that, and you like, should I take? Should I do this? Should I do that? And it's like, because it's just like the strength of those first, and the fact that that is something which you want to like hold on to, has been such a difficult. I think that's one of the hardest things to deal with for me. That's one of like the hardest things that I've had to deal with, was the fact that she was a lot of those first. And when you think about those moments, and sometimes it's like that's all that's on your mind. It's like, bro, what? I think I've not stopped thinking about her like intensely for a long time. For a long time, like in this past month, there was a point where like everything, like she'd just be in the back. I'd be having fun, she'd be in the back of my mind, because of like, because you look at God like, is this it? Like, are you serious? That's it. That is it. I'm like, nah. You're like, because you're like, nah. Like, that was supposed to be the one. And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. And that is like something else that I do want to like, and I don't know if it's encouraged, but just like, you're not alone in that. Where, especially when you break up with someone who was your first, that is like, that is a key. That is something that is something. That means something. That means something to me. It means something. And don't worry about like the first. I think the first time you try something, you are going to be, the first time is always going to be special. But I think that what's more important than the first time is the consistent. I don't know what's going with that. No, I do. The first time is a special time, but what's more important than that is the consistency, is being able to be consistent. And there's going to be a time when you will find someone who you will be consistent with. She will not be your first kiss. She will not be the first time you've had sex. He or she will not be the first time you had sex. She will not be the first time you have gone on a date or anything like that. But I think that what's more important, especially in relationships, is who you be consistent with. Who will you be consistent? The consistent part of the consistent one is the one we should be looking for. Is that's that. The consistent one. The first was cute. She was very cute. She was she was cute. Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. She was. Can I tell you guys something? I went on her Instagram page. My days. I'm so sorry. I feel like that's like falling off. But I went on her Instagram page. Wow. That girl was beautiful, man. She was beautiful. Yeah. Anyways. Back to that. Anyways, yeah, the consistent one. Finding the consistent one. Consistent. Yeah. So, I hope my camera is still on. I cannot see, my screen is broken. It's completely, I cannot see anything. But yeah, so I want to speak about first, and then I don't know what else I want to speak about. I want to speak about the relationship. I want to speak about um I want to speak about love. I want to speak about love, and I want to just like make a point where now this is for like everyone, but like love. When I look back at my relationship, one of the things that I wish that I'd learned. Do I wish? I don't wish. Yeah, I don't. One thing that I've learned actually very recently is that let your love be redefined every day. Let your love be redefined. This is shout out to Maverick City. I don't know if it's Marianne. It's Marianne. I don't know which song it is, but it says God redefines our love. And lo and behold, I was in the car driving, thinking about guess who? Ding ding ding. You guessed it, my girlfriend, ex-girlfriend. Damn, Hans, come on now. Damn, are you over it? I'm sorry, joking. Okay, I was thinking about my ex-girlfriend, and I was like, one thing that I want to like take forward is allowing my love to be redefined. And as you move into a period where when you do enter a new relationship, one thing that I want to hold on to is the fact that God redefines love for us, and how that looks different for different people. And I say that because one thing that has been in the back of my mind is that, an advice that I've also been given was, don't compare your future situations to her. Did I say him damn? I call the girl situation. Don't compare your future girl or your future partner to your former girlfriend or your ex-girlfriend. And I think that the way that you do that is by allowing your love to be redefined. You are going to there's going to be baggage. There's natural when you break up with someone. There's going to be baggage that you will carry, But you need to. I'm learning to allow my love to be redefined. So when I do meet that future fine girl, and I meet that future fine babe, and she's sitting next to me, and and all of that good stuff, I'll allow my love to be redefined. It's not going to be, it's not going to be new. It's not going to be it's not going to be based on what I've learned, but it's going to be based on a redefined love that is based on God. And so this is a journey that I hope God will have me through, because she was amazing, right? She was amazing, and I don't want to put her on a pedestal, but she was amazing. She was genuinely an amazing girl, and she was really cool, man. she was amazing. And that's also another thing, you struggle with if this is if she's gone, what's next? Is there truly? And no, there is no, because if you do that, you're comparing someone to her, and that's dumb. That's not dumb, but it's not dumb. I'm so sorry. It's not dumb, but it's it's not going to be helpful to you growing with her or with that person. Allow her. My days. Can I tell you a story of there was a time with my ex-girlfriend. Very early in the relationship. So, I believe that this was after city conference. When we went to flip. For people who don't know, city conference is an event that happens by campus outreach. They host this amazing event in a place in Pretoria where you go there, you worship, beautiful conversation about the Bible, connecting with your peers, reading the word, listening to people being preaching, all of that good stuff. Amazingness. Beautiful. I went to city conference, and she was there. And at that time, this is a quick story time, so sorry if I'm moving too fast, but just go through quickly. So I went to city conference. She was going to be there. Boom. When I got there, I was scared. I was nervous. So I didn't speak to her. I kind of actively avoided her. And even when she spoke to me, I was like, kind of like gave her the cold shoulder a bit. And I was saying, gave her the cold shoulder a bit. So I genuinely like just didn't, just like try to like not try to, I like just not, I didn't speak to her. And we had a conversation about that. And when we did, I told her like, with I didn't one of the reasons why I gave her the cold shoulder is because I knew I was getting feelings. I knew I was catching feelings hard. I knew these feelings are not feelings I've had before. There's I knew this feelings. I know. You know when you like a girl. You know when you really really like a girl. Like damn. And I tried to like avoid it. I tried to avoid it, and I tried to avoid her because I didn't want to get hurt. That was like one of the biggest things. So one thing I've also do a lot is I self-sabotage. Another thing I'll tell you, my days, there's too many stories, but I broke up with her before. And I'll tell you. And that was linked to like self-sabotage. So I do that a lot. When I'm nervous, when I don't know how to communicate my feelings, I self-sabotage, which means I push people away. Which is like so mean and so bad. But yeah, that sucks. That sucks. But I went to therapy, which is good. Anyways, get back to the story. Where was I? I don't know. I was at not Kula Project. City conference. City conference gave her the cold shoulder. Then we're having conversation. And something that she said, which was so profound at that time and still now, was, "Hey, why do I keep saying situation? I hope no one is hurt by that. But don't compare me to other girls. That is her. I'm me. Let's use the name. I'm me. This is me. That's her. Don't. These are two different situations." But how she said it, like how she like said that line, I can't lie. Oh my days, I fell for her harder. When she said that, I said, "Oh, this guy is different." But she said that, and when she did say that, it gave me that. Fuck, I've lost my train of thought. I keep doing this. Where I go down trail of thoughts and I forget where I was in the story. So where was I? Okay, I'm gonna trace our steps back. So, why did I speak about city conference? Because was it when I speak about not comparing? I'm gonna look back at this and be like, damn, you literally just missed the whole point. Anyways, we're speaking about the relationship. Love. We're speaking about love. Yes, we're speaking about love. Love. Yes. Love. Good stuff. So, and one thing about love is that you can't pace love. Fuck. I've lost it. I've lost it. Damn. So what do we do now? Do we just continue with where we are now? Or just like, I don't know what we do now. I think we just continue. Genuinely just continue. Alright. So, anyways, she was like, "That's her. This is me." I'm me, basically. And yeah, that was like it was an eye-opening moment for me to realize that me holding on to past relationships or past situations is not going to be beneficial to this. It's not going to be beneficial to letting go. I think that's another thing, that one thing about love as well, and allowing it to be redefined, is that you are allowing yourself to let go of that bar, and you're allowing yourself to fly. And love is a risk. I've said that a lot of times and I'll keep saying it. Love is a risk. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what situation you're in, it doesn't matter the person. You could think this is the most perfect person ever. Love is a risk. It is a risk that you have to be willing to take with someone else. And when you allow love to be redefined, you're allowing yourself to take that risk each and every day. You're allowing yourself to be vulnerable. You're allowing yourself to be transparent. You're allowing yourself to be naked in front of other people, not physically but metaphorically and emotionally and and all the ways apart from you not having with your clothes on. And so love is something that I wanted to speak about. I hope this part is going to be weird because I definitely lost the way I was, but I hope that one thing that I do stress is that allow God to redefine love each and every day, and allow it to be a river. Like, you're carrying that, you're allowing your relationship to oh, I like that. Shout out to John. Is it John? Will, I forgot his name. He sings Waterfall. Your is like Jonathan. Come on. Your love is like a waterfall. And your love. Jonathan! Come on! Jonathan Ogden! There we go. Come on now. Jonathan Ogden's Waterfall. I think that his song Waterfall is like perfect in this. Where he says God's love is like a waterfall. And says about that like it's a stream that is always flowing. And streams have a very beautiful way of like just the general characteristic of a stream is that it's always moving. It's always moving. It's moving. It's moving. It's a stream. It's moving. And that perfectly describes how I want to encourage, but also like for me, take forward is like the lesson that I want to take from this relationship is like my love will be like a stream with my future partner, where I'm going to allow myself to be molded by her and not by my past situation, and not to flow against the current, but to allow her to like mold it, to move me, to shape how she wants to experience love. And I hope that is something which that is something that I want to carry with me in this journey of loving again. Because my boy, we you don't know, you don't know if you're gonna find you. It's something that we hope for and we desire. I hope for and desire for. But if I do find myself in that situation, I want to be willing to take that risk again and to love. Feel me? Yeah. 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 This was fun. I loved this. I loved this. I loved this. I love being on the couch, aka, or in the form of a car seat. I love being on the couch. It's truly one of my favorite times. When I just talk. I don't know how long it's been because I can't see the screen, but however long it's been, it has truly been amazing. I am super, super happy that I was able to like communicate and share this moments with you, share this experience, and I hope that if my ex-girl does watch this video, I hope that it's been respectful to like her, and it's been respectful to anyone who has, or anyone, just everyone, I guess, everyone, because I think the goal of this video, I'll say it again, is that it's just love, man. Not love. It's love, but also to like to encourage, to inspire, to be able to be relatable, to be able to be authentic in the season that I'm in and in where I am right now. But to not be perfect. I think one of the scariest things that I struggle with is like I never want anyone to think that I'm perfect. I never want anyone to think that I have everything figured out, or that I go through life feeling happy or joyful all the time. Can I be honest with you guys? I mean, for people who like do, but I have not like been on anything. I've not posted. I've not done anything for a long time because I was kind of like isolating myself for the longest. I kind of still am. I mean, I'm not posted, but like before it was for a different reason, and I didn't just wanted to like be alone. I wanted to like avoid everyone. There was a point where it was like that, and so what I am saying that to say is like, yeah, I'm not perfect, and yeah, I'm glad that I have you guys visually, what's the word? I have you guys to be there for me, and I appreciate each and every one of you if you do get to this point. Final words. Enjoy the not enjoy the process, but be present with God. Can I say that? I think that's my final thing. That's one of the biggest things that has helped me so much in going through this breakup. And this is the month anniversary of the breakup, was be present with God. Allow God to be with you in whatever feelings, in whatever situation, in whatever sin that you find yourself in whatever joys that you find yourself in whatever that you need. I needed intimacy. I wanted her so bad, so much. Bad, bad. So much. I was like going through it was bad, honestly. And one thing that I would encourage you, if you do find yourself here, is go and is be present with God. Allow God to be with you. That's one of the coolest things that I've found, is like God just wants to hang out with you, and His love calls us back. Like, God didn't like find me in the Bible. He found me where I was. He didn't find me praying. He found me where I was, and then He's like, shout out to Montel Fish, your love has called me back. Your love has called me back to you. That song is amazing. And He brought me back, and like we have like built this amazing way. It's like and also another thing is like how gentle He is. It's like if it's okay if I'm not like moving at like a fast pace. I wasn't walking fast. I was walking slowly. There was like times when I was like alone and I didn't want to talk to God, but like He was still there, and He just sat there, and He was like so kind and very beautiful and very like beautiful and like amazing and patient. His love is patient. He is patient, and He was patient with me, and His love was faithful. And it was like, what's that, like it was like it was there. Like He made sure that I never felt that it was gone. Like that's one of the biggest things. Like through days when I was basically binging porn, I still felt God's love, and that's shout out to Him for that, because I don't know how God is such a cool guy, where I find myself like, bro, how? Like it's sometimes like so like it's like, God, how are you like this? But He's such a cool guy, man. Such a cool guy. And I appreciate God so much. And I appreciate His hand over this season, and His hugs and His kisses and His prayers and His presence. And His presence so much over this month. And I pray for, shout out to the lady on the other side of this breakup as well, because I don't know how she is doing, but I pray she's doing good too. And it's never easy, regardless of, it's never easy. I was thinking like, what if she's like out there, she's like enjoying life? But I think that's like, it doesn't matter, like regardless of whatever it is, like you still, hey, if she's enjoying life, she's enjoying life. If she's not, she's not. We still need God regardless. If you're chopping life, if you're not chopping life, we still need God regardless. So wherever she is, wherever, and I mean like emotionally, physically, say sexually. Also, what emotionally, physically, mentally, did I say emotionally? Wherever, verbally, anywhere, if like physically as well. I think I was just repeating myself. I pray that God is like with her, like guiding her, and continuously just being like, because God is an amazing God, and He's both our Father. So that's my sis. So, whatever. Yeah, sister in Christ. Yes. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching and for joining me in this amazing journey of just like communicating and stuff. I appreciate you so much for watching. And for the viewers as well, wherever you guys are, however you guys are, maybe you've also gone through a breakup, maybe if you've gone through a breakup, if you're not going through a breakup, wherever you guys are, I'm also praying for you guys too. I pray that you guys are doing amazing and you are enjoying, and even if you're not enjoying your relationship with God, but you are in a space where you feel His presence regardless of where you are. That's my prayer for each and every one of you. And God bless you guys, and thank you so much again. Peace out. See you soon.